Alright everybody, welcome back. This is the Ninja Gaiden 2 Black Master Ninja Mode walkthrough commentary by CD Mangaka. We're in one of my favorite chapters in the game. The one where we can talk about what could possibly change with it with the upcoming patch that Team Ninja is going to do for it. This is a chapter where our essence farming is going to ramp up to some pretty incredible heights. And that is namely because we're going to be able to get an item manipulation set up on a Talisman of Rebirth. I don't think we pick up that chest in this mission. I think it's in the next mission. But I think you can also pick it up in either or. It's just been so long, haven't been able to really fully retrace that. But we're back on Ryu. We had to do a little side quest as Momiji. You got to hear all my talks about that. And now we're off to fight some werewolves in Venice. At least it looks like that. I'm busting out with the MS Fang right here. As you can see, it doesn't really do a good job of delimbing these guys. And these enemies in Ninja Gaiden 2 were a rather hilarious lot to fight. Because they would actually pick up their dismembered friends' bodies, right? They would pick up the arms that were cut off and the bodies and throw them at you, right? So that way you still had to be careful of them even if you had a lot of distance between them. But their programming is still from Sigma 2 where limbs and bodies really didn't populate the ground. Bodies did, but not limbs. So they just don't have that behavior to them currently. I would like to see that behavior added if they're going to be doing a patch to the game. Pretty simple fight against them. We're just checking in our money. We can buy a Talisman Rebirth. We're not going to do that. We're going to get one for free off of a body soon. We're sitting here with a bunch of level 2 weapons. We're not worrying about the Dragon Sword just because it's not a weapon that we really need to upgrade, especially considering that the story mode is going to give us a level 4 weapon. Before we head this way, we can come around here. I'm just going to show off a couple of items that are around. There's a chest down. I don't think there's a crystal skull in these waters. I'm pretty sure there's not. I know there's one on a boat, and I'm pretty sure I got it in my first playthrough. There is a chest over here. If I remember correctly, this is a red Nimpo chest. So if you want to spam some Nimpo to get some openings, you can. I don't really feel the need to do so, and I believe the crystal skull is right over here in that raft. So yeah, you can come back and use that chest if you need to. I really don't feel like it's too necessary because the werewolves are pretty easy to manipulate, pretty easy to kill. Jump right here, get them close enough. 360 staff UTs for now. Kind of just to get the guaranteed limb. He's beheaded, so I do not want to absorb his essence as part of a UT charge. A couple of arrows to get this guy aggroed. I didn't release my UT soon enough, so took quite a bit of damage. I'm going to disengage. And, you know, this guy, you know, you're going to see the werewolves here. They're just big old dumb furballs. He just doesn't know what to do since he can't pick up anything. So, yeah, the werewolves are kind of just not as scary, I think, in this version of the game, or in Sigma 2, compared to, like, what you could have encountered in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. A couple more of these guys are going to come out. We're going to spin to win for right now. Despite the staff's, you know, very apparent effectiveness here. 38, 60. I don't think it's the best weapon to actually fight them. I'm just using it because it's a very consistent ultimate technique. 384, 386. So yeah, they're like worth like 4,000 essence when you kill them like this. So the fact that the werewolves give us so much essence is very much invaluable for making sure that we can continue our item snowballing. We already crossed that 40,000 threshold, so we could push a weapon to level 3. But instead, we're going to chill. We're going to get the Dragon's Claw and the Tiger's Fang right here. And doing that causes this door to open. I'm going to go ahead and just save right now. You could press on if you want to, but I do think a couple of the upcoming fights are tricky. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we do have a level 3 upgrade possible. So you can come back here and upgrade whatever you want, really. The game is going to give us a level 4 version of the dual swords. But I would say that you can upgrade these if you want to, just to get access to some of their better combos a little bit later. I'm going to wait until we pretty much get all the other weapons here caught up, right? I'll go ahead and do Endless Fang. I like Endless Fang quite a bit. Plus, the other thing, too, is that these couple of chapters with Ryu overload us with weapons. I think we get 2 weapons in one chapter. I think the next chapter, we get the Kusaraigama and the Tonfas. So there's a lot of things being thrown at us right now that we can spend our points on. Anyways, I will show off those swords because I actually think that these are fantastic weapons to farm the werewolves with. He made me flinch. He made me flinch. But again, look at this. Like, big dumb, just let me get this off for free. You get a lot of delimbing attacks. You get really great AoE by virtue of, like, the length of the swords. These are pretty big swords. And the dash up goes so far as well. Like, so many, like, the Falcon Talons would have fixated on one enemy, pretty much. Just ground him down into redundant dust, if you will. I'm just double checking for some items around here. We jump through here, you can hear the werewolves go rawr, right? Get over here. He takes his sweet time so we can just get a free level 2 off. Kill both of them, pretty much guaranteed. And, you know, the same thing with this guy. He's gonna buy us all the time in the world. So I really, you know, I mean, look at us, right? Okay, I think I said 4,000 before. I don't think it was actually 4,000. Might have been 400 or something. Not entirely sure. This is a random chest. We don't have to worry about trying to manipulate this. It's just bats, right, that you can see. Right, so we're going to come this way next. We're going to jump, 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 jump. And here's our Talisman of Rebirth, right? This is why we spent it on Alexei. Like, it would have just been wasted here, so... And this means we're in a really good spot because we're going to really ramp up the item manipulation. Because once we get to that chest that is another Talisman of Rebirth, when we have this one in stock, we're basically going to get a free level 3 upgrade. And that's really good for us. This guy going to come down? I was even able to hit him down, that's funny. Put him in the water. Still got an essence, not sure if it was any good though. And look at that, like, I have not taken a single hit of damage. Like, 6-5 up to 11. Pretty sure that means it's a grain. Well, the next fight can be a little tricky, so long as you're, like, not getting tapped at all, you're in a pretty good spot. This fight can be a little intense. We got a mixture of enemies. We got werewolves, we got Bengals, we got ganjas. I am going to 360 staff the hell out of them. Wait. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and spend a Nimbo. You could save your Nimbo here, run all the way back to the start if you wanted to preserve that. Namely, if you're playing like Chapter Challenge mode. 60. Please hit someone. Thank you for hitting someone. Take an OT here real quick. That guy had no delim. Another 360 spin. And we're going for the 360 staff here just because, again, it's got good AoE here. The level 1 is strong enough to where if I'm forced to spend it, this is a normal one. Cringe. And again, we can really rely on a lot of these things. Very intense fight. The swords, I don't think they have like a great level 1. They might be alright. Might be better than giving it credit for. Yeah, I got the kill on that guy. This guy's not going in. I will swing at him a few times because I would love to absorb the essence that's on the ground. There we go. Dodge him. Go spin away here. That fire really just spooked me. Oh my lord. I got so lucky. And then there were 2. Alright, we got his AI to come at me, bro. Come towards me, brethren. Most of that missed. That's kind of crazy. We actually didn't get a delim or a kill. Very rare 360 staff fail. With this, he's just all like, oh no, please, no. That werewolf almost got the jump on me. Come here, come here. Good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, that fight you just... Unless you want to spam up Nimpo, I guess. I just don't really see a good way of trying to farm that particular excursion. Now, this is something where I kind of want to talk a bit about, like, some of the changes that I like about Sigma 2 from Gaiden 2. This area, before, you got a spear gun. And this was populated with, like, hundreds of explosive jellyfish. And you had to sit here for minutes on end spamming the B button on Xbox to clear out those hordes, and it was simply unfun. It was a lot of essence, right? So that was something to, you know, appreciate there. Pretty sure there is a crystal skull over here if you haven't picked it up. So check that corner out. But like, it just wasn't like really great game design, I think. Might have been part of the charm. You had to fight some ganjas in the water, which I think was cool with the spear gun. But like, this isn't the core gameplay loop. I can appreciate them cutting out the fat. I'm actually curious if anyone was for them putting the jellyfish and the spear gun back in, right? Like having to do all that again. If it's just like, oh, it makes the level more iconic, or it breaks up the gameplay a little bit more, right? But at the same time, like mashing that button was obnoxious. I could see them like returning some of the jellyfish in that mechanic, but maybe not to the insane levels that you saw before. But yeah, I'm happy that you kind of just run through this area. I'm double checking everything, but you can just run through. You really don't have to worry about anything. We got 2 werewolves in here. You can see again how free it is to charge up a level 2. Now the game would let me connect with it, right? Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. There is a Nimpo in here. Not a Nimpo, but no, it is a Nimpo. Imagine if I die right here next to the save statue. Come on down, boys. Come on down. Figure it out. It's just stairs. It's just stairs. You can see, again, dumb as bricks, these wolves. Oh, he's figured it out? He made me get, he spooked me, my level 1. Alright. Again, trying to maximize my essence farming efficiency. I rarely play with fire. I think it's like 800 essence. They give me, again, plenty amount. You have to open up this box, get Art of the Void Nimpo. This is a pretty good Nimpo, actually. We are going to put a upgrade into it momentarily. There's a shop back here, so if you need to I guess if you want to stock up on items. We're almost able to upgrade a weapon to level 2. Like, that's how effective art farming has been. Let's put up the Enemy's Fang. We did push this to level 3. Let's see if this is... No delim on that guy. I think, again, this is more of like an anti-human weapon than an anti-monster weapon, if that makes any sense. Oh, okay. See, that's why I saved, right? Because these Bengals, these gold Bengals, they are absolutely monstrous. We do not want to use the Talisman of Rebirth. That is our ticket to incredible profit. Let's set this up. No need to go that way just yet. Missed my on-landing setup there, so that's a kind of cringe. Fade back. I'm trying to make this work with the dual swords. But yeah, you can see if you don't really get a great start to the fight, things can spiral very quickly out of your control. So let's see here. I'm gonna try one more time with the swords before we just go to the tried and true I just beat the game weapon. Here we go, proper on landing. And nice, we got a beheading right there. So we killed 3 enemies with 1 ultimate technique, right? One of the reasons why I like the dual swords a lot. And then there's that, you know, where we just ultimate the wall. I'm not sure what he was attacking. But as you can see, again, it does have a weak level 1 ultimate technique because it doesn't delim. So it's a weapon that you very much need to get to level 2. But really great range. I can't stress like how great the initial range starting this ultimate attack is. Once you kill all those guys, you do get this to open up. There is something to interact with here. Is it a chest behind us? What is this? Oh, it's a notebook. Okay. So, you know, something about building the world here. And actually, yeah, with how we were able to clear that fight and kill them all, we actually are able to upgrade a weapon to level 2 if we wanted to. I'm going to sit on that, though, because, again, the swords are fine at level 1, both swords. All 3 swords, Roanora Zoro style. We're going to get a couple of baddies here. I want to kill this guy. A few arrows, right? You could fire a Blade Nympho, or Void Nympho here, kill these werewolves, but again, we've seen how low that essence value is. I'd rather just get a cheeky level 3 off, or level 2 ultimate technique. Get the kills, right? We got like 2,000 essence from that fight, so that's great. Run in, look to our right, there's nothing here. We're gonna come down this way, a couple more wolves are gonna run at us from 2 miles away. We're seeing someone like the alpha werewolves now. They got like that reddish gold color to them. But dual swords. Oh, it's just so satisfying, y'all. If I remember right, so there's a little thing you can do here. Hit these 2 things. I believe that a chest across the way is a live of the 1,000 gods or gods. And this chest is probably an herb. Oh, it's just a random chest. I could have saved that. That's fine. So don't do what I did. That's just a random chest. But whenever you're in doubt, if you do forget like what an item in a chest is, go ahead and pop an herb to try and get yourself to full health. But yeah, once you shoot those 2 icons there, you can come across this way. Get the 1,000 lives of the gods here. Jump down, nothing in the water. Used to be a short little skirmish in Ninja Gaiden 2. Now we just run across it. That is one thing I will bemoan, right? Like, there's just not a lot happening. Like, the game was kind of designed to just throw enemies at you all the time. And when you take that away, you do get some nice reprieves. But I do wish that the violence in between, if you will, was a little more intense. So if the devs do make the game a little more like Ninja Gaiden 2, I'd be on board. I'd be on board, y'all. I'd be on board for the hordes. For the endless war. It's a pretty banal traversal here. Now that chest I'm pretty sure is an herb. But, you know, last time I said that. Well. And worse yet, too. Okay, I know I can run back up this. You can always get back up to it. I think there's a save statue out here. Yeah, just around the corner. So before we check that out, we're going to get these werewolves to spawn. Maul them down with our dual blades. Oh, for once it whiffed. But again, the werewolves, they're just, you know, victims for us. They're really not intimidating. I would love, you know, love to see the werewolves be buffed up, you know, to be enemies that are a threat to us. You know, I'm able to safely charge a level 2 in their face. Compare that to the Bengals, right, where I'm fighting for my life, dodging and weaving and rolling everywhere, right? So yeah, we'll use that save statue just to set us up to manipulate this chest. I actually think it might be a Grains, but we'll find out here in a moment. So yeah, just don't waste your herb like I did. This is the one chest to manipulate in the area. Let's do a raw jump like this. Swing around, drop down, kick it open. Lives of the 1,000 gods. Okay, so we had a lives of the gods and a lives of the 1,000 gods. That's what it was. Either way, I practice safe stuff. So go ahead and save, just so that after this fight we don't have to worry about stuff. And we're gonna... Of course, I was just one jump too short. We're gonna charge up a level 2 dual blades ultimate technique here, just because I want to have some fun with them. All right, we'll absorb this one. Try Emma's Fang real quick. Okay, we did get a Delim in No beheading there. Level 1, did get a delim. I think it was on a softened up enemy, and we got full bomboed. That's crazy. Yeah, I kind of do hope that like some of the other weapons get buffed. Like, if I had to choose between nerfing some of these very strong ultimate techniques and buffing some of the less impressive ones, I'd try to buff some of the less impressive ones. But maybe their direct, you know, maybe their intent would be they want to steer the game away from this style of gameplay, right? Where it's just, you know, manage the essence, spawn an ultimate technique, loop it till victory, right? Because while there is like some moments of stress to it, once you get a chain like this going, like how do you stop this when you're Ryu, right? I'm just very curious to see if they would change any of like the weapon behaviors in the game. I'm in favor of buffing the girls. I'd rather, you know, have the girls feel as strong as Ryu to play rather than Ryu feel as strong as the girls to play. Alright, now we're in this area. I think there's a chest I can try and manipulate here. Another item shop, right? I'll go ahead and buy an herb here, just so I don't have to sweat about that, right? We're starting to get to the point, too, where we really just kind of don't have to care about items. I think that's a Devil's Way mushroom, high key. I didn't do a playthrough of this chapter before recording it. I got some busy stuff coming up, and I just wanted to get the gameplay and recording and stuff done. Right, but I mean, y'all see how terrified I am of these Bengals compared to the werewolves, man? Or the other one. Like, look at this. Like, he just swings. You don't give a shit. I did the wrong UT. Like, even the staff UT. Like, look at this. Like, the staff without this 360 UT would be ass. I would even, like, wouldn't mind a system where it's like, we're gonna pick a Howling Cannon, a weapon to just replace the functionality of arrow UTs. I use it maybe twice in the game. I just don't like it. The bow is a lot safer, a lot more fun, I think. Speedy ninja style, you know? Head up this way as well. We're gonna go around the corner. There's another item back here. Oh, but what is this item? Herb tops me off, so we're safe. Okay, this is a random item chest. So you just come back up here to get free essence or ghostfish or whatever wants to spawn out of it. That might have been another like healing item in lower difficulties. You know, like that might have been an herb in warrior difficulty, but you know, I didn't play warrior. I just did mentor straight to master. Alright, we got full health. We don't have full Nimpo, though. Let's see what we got here. If we get a Nimpo, we know this is a Devil's Way, like I thought. Ah, Jewel of Demon Seal. No items immediately played here. We're going to go ahead, actually, use the Demon Seal. Once I get back to it. On, Art of the Void. You can kind of tell I like to keep things even leveled, right? You could max out something if you like. But Art of the Void is actually a pretty good Nimpo, especially for a boss fight that's coming up in a chapter. So I just like to have it on deck. On deck and at least decently represented. And then there is this chest here, which is just a more random essence. I'm gonna break through this, point of no return. But it's fine, because we do get a save point pretty quickly. And all we really have to worry about from here on out is a ghostfish spawn. So I'm going to actually skip the save point for right now, just because I want to make sure I can manipulate all the items up ahead. Here, ghostfish. And like piranhas, they smell blood in the water, and they go, what's that? That's why we use the Vigorian flails, just like endless light chaining, pretty much. Just for maximum safety, as it were. Shoot one, they aggro, spin to win, or flail to win? Flail to win. Ah, but here we go. I got nipped. Now we're gonna go far enough ahead where it's like I'm not running back just to top off. I'm not swimming back just to top off. So I clear out that area, make sure you're in good condition. Save afterwards, right? You know, that way if you do have some lasting damage, you can heal it off and you can start really manipulating the items coming up. Yeah, like this one right here. Herb of Spiritual Life. I thought I bought another one of those. Did I not? Did I? Oh, I did. I used another one. So some essence I missed out on, but I'm not going to sweat it too much. Like, by this point, we pretty much have everything we need to beat the game. Now it's just styling out, right? I'm actually not sure what's faster to swim through with. Might be some fun speedrunner tech to explore. And we're nearing the end of the chapter here. It's a very light chapter overall, just because of how much like the cutback on enemy spawns really simplifies things. Kind of just gives us a lot less to stress about. So, item over here. With our full HP, we should be just picking up tons of essence. Single essence right there. I don't know what we were at before, but we're at 32.8. Another item chest over here. Oh, that was a red nympho, excuse me. Here's another Life of the Gods, so if you didn't miss any of them, this should be when you get your first full set of 9 Lives of the Gods, so that you get a new health bar. So basically in this mission, we got 2 health upgrades. Pretty cool, pretty cool. There's the ghostfish. I don't want nothing to do with him just yet. Is this chest already opened? I think so. Nope, not one I haven't opened. You can open these up at the start of the next chapter. I like to do it at the end of this chapter, right? 36, so that was a Devil's Way. No, that wasn't a Devil's Way mushroom. We were missing one nympho. That was an herb. And we got that chest all the way up over there. A little annoying to get up this thing. 36, 360. 71, 360. This is the Talisman of Rebirth, baby. We're almost able to upgrade 2 level 3 weapons. Like, think about how crazy that is. And while I know most of that is like the Talisman of Rebirth, a lot of everything else behind it is what we've been doing throughout the entire playthrough. I'm pretty sure that is it for all the chests in this area. So now we can just come over here and try to trigger this boss fight. I'm actually not entirely sure what does trigger the boss fight. I am going to shoot the ghostfish. I think I have to kill all of them. Now they're spawning around me. Absorb all that essence. There we go. Alright, we got the Leviathan Dragon. Or the Water Dragon. This is where I'll actually like use the Howling Cannon, right? Because why not? The bow and arrow just... Now, for YouTube's sake, I fought this guy for probably about 20 minutes to half an hour with some failed tactics. This is one of my takes here where I was using the bow and arrow, trying to stay light on my feet, while when he got close, I would swing with the Endless Fang, and then I would try to switch the Vigorian Flails whenever he summoned the fish. There are a couple things I want to note in this fight. So whenever he does this attack, you should try to like backdash into like the back left corner, then go to the right, and then go back to the left. It is a little tricky, but if you go side to side like this, you'll generally avoid all those. Whenever he does the whip attack at you with his whisker that you just saw, if you're up towards him, you should go back. If you're away from him, you should go towards him because it does track onto you horizontally. And whenever he roars in your face, just try to drag him to one side of the stage, and then you can move to the left or to the right. And then the fish will actually keep you topped off on resources. So if you're able to manage everything like that, it will be fairly effective for you. So there I was back, and I would swing into him here. I don't want to use any health items here because, again, I want to just kind of keep the essence farming. And I don't want to use a Talisman Rebirth here because in the next chapter, there is another one in a chest. So this means that between these 2 chapters, from just the Talisman Rebirth, we're going to get 80,000 essence, which is just basically sets us up for the entire run. Now, I did die here. I was considering using a Talisman Rebirth just because I had been fighting this Aqua Dragon for 20 minutes. Having a lot of bad RNG with some of those weapons, trying to remember his boss patterns. And after I confirmed that there is a Talisman Rebirth in a chest in the next chapter, I was like, I can't use a Talisman here. I want that essence instead. Because you got to think about it, we're at 70,000 essence right now. We could be at 150,000, right? Or actually 120,000. That's like 3 level 3 weapon upgrades, right? So I want to make sure that I was set up for that. Once I confirmed it, I decided, okay, I'm not going to try this strategy again. I've been losing with the strategy I've been trying to go for. So let me show you the strategy that worked the first time I tried it. I think this is the gameplay clip. It might have taken me 2 tries. Yeah, I'm still using the bow and arrow strategy right here. And it's just like, while it does feel safer, the damage that you get on those open opportunities just aren't enough. And so, yeah, I do switch here. And instead of swinging with Enma's Fang or anything like that, I just use the Howling Cannon. So basically, when I knew I had an opportunity, I took a shot. And this was just so much guaranteed damage and consistent damage that it really trivialized things. So, you know, I see someone's a ghostfish, I have my flails ready, I just mash light attack, break those down. He gives me some good RNG here by doing a roar that's pretty docile, summoning another wave of ghostfish. And again, I just wait. I stop swinging at him with the Enma's Fang. We go back to that left-right method. I did get clipped by one of those things, but that's the nice thing about my dodge strategy there, is that usually if you do get hit, it's only once, and you can at least survive that. Wait for him to come down. I'm able to just chill all the way back here. Dash forward. Shoot him in the face. And yeah, it's a battle of attrition. So sometimes this fight's going to feel like it's very much based on RNG. If he continually fires the shards at you, it can be a long uphill battle. But if he does like the whip attack, if he does the roar attack, you have very simple attacks to dodge, and you can take care of him. This will be a bit of perseverance. I didn't want to leave you all guys here watching for 30 minutes as I failed to fight this boss. Like, it just became unentertaining at a point. So I decided to edit it down and just show you a successful attempt after a failed attempt. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in Chapter 7 of the Master Ninja Mode walkthrough.